Hello and welcome to the Cinematic Attic YouTube channel. I'm Mike. How are you? Today we have a massive collection update, 2 new entries into the Pantheon of my favorite films of all time, plus a bookshelf segment all about books dealing with made-for-TV movies, something I love. So let's get started. Okay, so like I said, I have a rather massive haul this time, which does include my Vinegar Syndrome Halfway to Black Friday sale package that did arrive in time for this update. So that's in here. But yeah, so let's get started. First of all, a box set that I could not wait for. I was very eager to get this. Indicator set From Hollywood to Heaven, the lost and saved films of the Ormond family. This stuff I had not heard of, and when they come out with stuff that's intriguing that I have not heard of, I'm there. This I especially wanted because while it has early exploitation films from the Ormond family, the saved part of this set is after a certain point they started doing crazy religious films. And that stuff is entertaining for me. So couldn't wait to dig into that. I won't take this apart. You can see this shown in 1,000 other videos. But this is some good stuff. And it comes with a book and some art cards. So Indicator always doing some good stuff, and I have way too few of their releases. But I did get another of their box sets, one that is not brand new. It's a few months old, but I finally decided to get it. The Magic, Myth, and Mutilation, the micro-budget cinema of Michael J. Murphy, 1967 to 2015. Massive set here. Again, not going to take it apart. But I had not heard of these films either. And considering there are a lot of low-budget stuff that's kind of obscure, it wore me down. I couldn't resist, had to get it. So I got this box set, which you could hurt someone with. So happy to get that. Box set from Severin. That's again not brand new, but I finally decided to grab it because I discovered one of the titles I needed to upgrade from a full screen DVD. Got the Danza Macabre Volume 1 set. Has these films in it. I can't remember which is the one that I needed to get a better copy of, but I know I did own this one on a Shop Factory DVD already, but that's alright. Got that box set from Severin. To upgrade a full screen cut version I had on one of those Mill Creek 50 movie box sets, I got A Candle for the Devil. And I did watch this, and it's a really good movie. This coming out from Scorpion. Again, I don't think this is new, but it's new to me. From Warner Archive, Looney Tunes, Collector's Choice, Volume 1. I have quite a lot of collections of Looney Tunes, including all 6 volumes of the Golden Collection. This has 20 shorts, 20 cartoons, and I only had 2 of them. So I said, yeah, let me go ahead and get that. Totally worth it. Then upgrading some Full Moon full screen DVDs. Got the Blu-ray of Creepazoids. And I watched that, and that was pretty fun. and subspecies, first one, second one, third one, and those will upgrade this DVD where they're all full screen. So this will go away. Got another site exclusive from Scream Factory, and even though I wasn't too down on that to begin with, I'm starting to get there. These site exclusives are really starting to get to me because in this instance especially, Abraxas, which I got to upgrade a full screen DVD, there's nothing. No special features, no slipcover, nothing. Just the regular old Blu-ray with the movie. And if you get this by itself, your total bill is somewhere around $40. And it's shipped, again, in a bubble mailer. So really trying my patience with trying to get these releases. It's a long story, but the short of it is I was trying to upgrade this VHS of the Sicilian. And the only widescreen uncut edition of this on disc that I could find for at least a decent price was this German Blu-ray. So obviously all this writing is in German, but of course you can watch the movie in English, so that's perfectly fine. Guess what? Guess what Kino Lorber did? I love them. I really do. It makes me laugh, but I love it. Film Noir, The Dark Side of Cinema 14. Another set of 3 film noir movies. One Way Street, Undercover Girl, Appointment with a Shadow. So, yeah, very happy to get that. And 15 is soon to be released, I believe. To upgrade this VHS of the Manitou, which I discovered was getting some mold on it, grabbed this Scream Factory Blu-ray. And then Target had this cheap, so I got this Vinegar Syndrome release of The Cat Creeps. It's a fun little movie. I did watch it. And speaking of Target, they recently had a buy 2 get 1 free sale, I believe. Yeah. So I got 6 titles in total. So I got 2 of these for free. First one, I got to upgrade this VHS. Terror Squad. This is a Code Red title. Got a couple of Kinos. One, Picture Mommy Dead. This will upgrade a full screen DVD that I have. And the other one is the classic The Hitchhiker, directed by Ida Lupino. Very suspenseful film. If you've never seen this, check it out. From Synapse, Popcorn. I've seen this but never owned it. Yeah, so happy to get that. But yeah, you know, you can get this stuff at Target.com. Despite the fact that their stores are stores barely have any physical media, you can still find stuff and even a boutique label stuff on the website. So if you didn't know that, it's a possible other resource for you. From Severin, Deep Blood. And the last one from the Target sale, the Vinegar Syndrome 4K of The Incredible Melting Man. Second and Charles had a buy two get two free sale on used Blu-rays and DVDs, so I bought a few more than I intended to. But here's what I got. The Blu-ray of The Third Man, which will upgrade this VHS. Found a couple of Warner archives, including the Kathy Lee Crosby Wonder Woman TV film. That was a nice find. And The Falcon Mystery Movie Collection Volume 2. This has 6 films on it. I don't have Volume 1, but I'm sure someday I will. Got an early Stanley Kubrick film, Killer's Kiss. Night of the Hunter. And yes, I know this just came out in 4K. That's fine. But this will upgrade this VHS. Manhattan Project to upgrade this VHS. Found a Kino Lorber title, Marjorie Morningstar, and this will also upgrade VHS. Another VHS upgrade. Get rid of this. I now have the DVD of Hitchcock's Topaz. Upgrading this awesome film. The great performance by Ben Kingsley. Last Train from Gun Hill. Also upgrading a VHS. Upgrading my old VHS of Masters of the Universe finally. This DVD. Some Natalie Wood and Carl Malden classic goodness with Bomber's B-52. Some classic Burgess Meredith and Lon Chaney of Mice and Men. Did find an olive title, Twilight's Last Gleaming. Betty Davis film I did not have, Mr. Skeffington. And this duo of killer kids movies. I could not believe I didn't already have this movie. But I've of course seen it. I haven't seen the sequel yet, but got that. So now, Vinegar Syndrome, halfway to Black Friday sale. I got 27 items. Starting with their new releases, at least the ones I got first. Got the Apocalypse Tetralogy. I was very interested in checking this out, seeing what it was all about. Hadn't heard of it. Do get a book in there as well. Some Cynthia Rothrock 4K. Undefeatable. Some truly great art here. Night Screams. Another 4K release. That looked up my alley. And I got the VSA of Boggy Creek 2 and The Legend Continues. I have seen this. It's pretty cheesy, but we like that around here. Then the older catalog stuff that I picked up. Got Don't Answer the Phone on Blu-ray with this magnificent slipcover. This one I didn't need to get. I already have it on DVD, but more on this later. Got the double feature of Dull Squad and Mission Kill Fast. And for a lot of these I did not get slips to save money, and that helped me buy more. I wasn't going to get this because I already have the Dull Squad on DVD, but for sale prices, picked it up. I don't have Mission Kill Fast, so that works. Dear Dead Delilah. There's some alliteration. Got this because it was actually directed by John Ferris, who is a horror author that I enjoy. So I wanted to see his filmmaking skills. Corruption. I got this because I heard that, and it's true, I watched the film. You can find Last House on Dead End Street on here as an Easter egg. So a whole other film as an Easter egg. So that was enough for me to get this one. Blood Delirium. Pets. Psychos in Love. I enjoyed the director's other film, Disconnected. So I wanted to check out this film that's better known by him that I still haven't seen. Flesh Eater. Zombie movie. Five Women for the Killer. Giallo. I had heard good things about this, so I wanted to check out Frostbiter, Wrath of the Wendigo. A movie that I have seen. Actually, saw it for the first time this year, believe it or not. And I had seen the sequel years ago. Jack Frost. Nightmare Weekend. Grandmother's House. And I'd heard good things, so I picked up Primal Rage. I saw in 4K. Then partner labels. Starting with former partner label TerraVision. Got Killing Spree, and I think this was all of $10. Three from Culture Shock, which I just read is also going to be leaving Vinegar Syndrome as a partner label. Video Murders. Streets of Death with that fantastic cover there. I believe that's old VHS art. Night Ripper. Again, love that slipcover. Got a couple AGFA titles. Finally got Treasure of the Ninja and the films of William Lee. And The Black Crystal. Couple from Saturn's Core. So I love my shot on video goodness. Got The Pact. Backwoods Marcy. And finally, the last item from the sale My first deaf crocodile release, Solomon King. I didn't want to miss out on this rare film being released, so grab that one. And that's it for all the titles I want to showcase. Here is a rather large amount of everything else I picked up from Goodwill. And they will enable me to get rid of these VHS. From Amazon and eBay. From a Goodwill. I did get one of the Fox Studio Classics, number 34. Anybody notice the similarity between those? Interesting. But these will allow me to get rid of these VHS. From a thrift store. Went to a thrift store that had fill a bag with DVDs and CDs for $5. So I pretty much threw anything I could in there. I didn't really care what it was, but here are the DVDs. And those will allow me to get rid of these VHS. Dollar Tree, having movies once again. Here are the DVDs that I got. And here are the Blu-rays. Went to Leidy's Flea Market in Newry, Pennsylvania. It's my first visit of the year. I usually try to make it here at least once a year. And I've been going to this flea market since I was a little kid. So I've been going here over 40 years. But I always find things here. I always find quite a lot of things here, including many, many movies, DVDs, and such. And here's a look at my trunk full of bags of movies. And let's take a look at what I picked up. Got a lot of DVDs, actually all DVDs. From one seller, I got these. From another seller, I was very happy to find this set of these 3 documentaries for only $2. And at that same place, also found an olive title, which was awesome. Night of the Grizzly. From probably the best seller there, I found some stuff that you don't see too often. This being a Anchor Bay DVD. And one Kino Lorber disc as well. This was sealed when I got it. From another seller, got these. From another seller, just this one title. From another seller, these three. From yet another seller, these three. Another booth yielded these. Another seller. And the final of the flea market. This seller had these that I picked up. Then after the flea market, I went to an antique mall indoor flea market type place. I've got this one title from someone outside. And then last batch from one guy selling movies inside the building. Got this pack. And a Warner Archive. So, good day at the flea market. And so these VHS can be deleted from the collection. From eBay. From eBay. Some cheap movies from Big Lots. From eBay. Got this DVD, and believe it or not, got a VHS. One of the old doubles. This of the Alamo. I saw on another YouTube channel that this movie only exists in its original uncut version on VHS and Laserdisc. And since I don't at the moment have a Laserdisc player, I mean I do have one, but it doesn't work. I opted for this because it is actually in widescreen. So that'll work. I mean, I do have the regular cut of the film on DVD, but I wanted to have this longer cut, and looks like this is, for now, the only way to get it. So, yeah. From a Goodwill. And that'll make these VHS go away. So this time around, looking at two films that are in my pantheon of favorite films of all time, we're starting with Don't Answer the Phone. One I just showed you as something I picked up from the Vinegar Syndrome Halfway to Black Friday sale with this great slipcover and this great artwork here. This is a film I first saw years ago and loved because there's so much cheesy fun in it, but it's still, you know, kind of your grimy killer movie that I enjoy. Directed by Robert Hammer and starring Nicholas Worth as the killer. This this has so many moments in it that for me are scenes that I just love to replay because they crack me up. One of which is the scene where the therapist is telling the girl to say, you know, the drugs are more important than you, and the drugs are more important than this. And her performance, especially when towards the end of it, is so over the top. I enjoy it so much. Also, when the cop has his final confrontation with the killer, there's a line he says at the end of that is just so generic. You could have come up with something so much more creative that it's just so entertaining to watch because it's so blah. But I'm just talking about the dialogue. But no, this film, I adore it. It's just one of those that I watched at the right time in my life that it just stuck there as one that I enjoy greatly. I've owned it for years, and I first saw it from this set of Drive-In Classics, Volume 4, from BCI, not to be confused with VCI. Where they just put their discs in like this, and you have 2, 4, 6, 8 films. The version on here is perfectly good, widescreen copy, so I wasn't necessarily going to upgrade from this, but once I saw this slipcover, and once you see that there are special features giving you more information about a movie you love, it's kind of hard not to grab it. But yeah, so the other thing is, even though it doesn't say so on here, there is actually a director's commentary for the movie on here, which is in fact included here as well. The other film I wanted to talk about is another one that I first discovered on this set, and another one that Vinegar Syndrome put out. And that is a little film called Death Machines. Here's my Vinegar Syndrome copy of that. Again, I wasn't going to buy it again because that DVD is a perfectly good widescreen copy, but special features, including a commentary. which I still need to listen to. But when you love movies to a certain level, you want to digest any kind of extra information about them that you can find. So when you get tempted with special features, you kind of just have to. But I love this film, and I love that artwork. Uh, this film involves these three death machine killers who are like um, these three guys who are unstoppable killing machines, and they are sent out by this mysterious woman to kill certain people, including this entire karate school. And one of the characters in that karate school kind of becomes a main character who opposes them. But this film is just filled with so many fun scenes, so many fun lines, so many moments where they went a little above and beyond, adding something to a scene that they didn't really have to, but it makes it so much better. There are little touches of humor. I talked about this in a podcast years ago. There's a scene in here that's really good use of cinema, where it allows you to put your mind together as to what's going to happen. You have two of the killers. One of them starts advancing towards a potential victim with a blade. You see another killer pulling out a basket behind him. Your mind puts together what's going to happen, so that the next scene, someone gets a head in the basket. Stuff like that. There's a scene where one of the killers is in a little diner eating a hamburger, and this guy comes up to him and then starts trying to teach him about Jesus. Little stuff like that. It's just fun. That killer in particular is played by Ron Marchini, who is in another favorite film of mine. Actually, it's a trilogy of films, but the last film is a favorite. Return Fire, Jungle Wolf 2, which I talked about on the same podcast as this film. So it was like a Ron Marchini double feature. But Return Fire, Jungle Wolf 2 is actually a part 3 of a trilogy. I'm sure I'll talk about that whenever I talk about that movie in the future. But Ron Marchini is fun on screen. But yeah, this movie is just fantastic. Directed by Paul Kyriazi. I apologize. This one, highly recommend. From 1976. So for this episode's bookshelf segment, we're looking at made-for-TV movies. Something that I adore, something I watch a lot of. I have three book items. One of those is a multi-volume set, actually, of books about TV movies. And you can't talk about books about TV movies without bringing up this book, Are You in the House Alone? By Amanda Reyes. This covers TV movies 1964 to 1999. There are a bunch of essays in the front of the book, and then the rest is all reviews of TV movies. And it's fabulous. I've read this cover to cover. I can't wait. I hope there's going to be another volume or another book of some sort from her on TV movies. If you want a great place to start to getting into TV movies, you cannot go wrong with this. This is an amazing volume. Couldn't wait to get it when I saw it existed. Couldn't wait to read it. And when I was done, I just wanted more. So, as someone who loves TV movies, especially TV movies from the classic era, even though I love them still today, this is a place to start. And Amanda Reyes also, you'll see her doing commentaries on Blu-rays. She has a podcast, Made for TV Mayhem. If you really want to get into TV movies, just look up that name. Next is A Little Book by Michael Carroll, the ABC Movie of the Week Companion. This focuses obviously on the ABC Movie of the Week, which was a big contributor to TV movies and a lot of classic TV movies. What's great about this book, what I love about this book, is it covers all of them from the beginning to when they ended as the ABC Movie of the Week. They do them in order by season of the movies. They just go movie to movie, tell you about them, some little fun facts, some information. If you really wanted to just deep dive and watch all of the ABC movies of the week, assuming you could find them all, because some I'm sure are not easy to locate, this right here is excellent. I read this cover to cover too, because I just love this. I love the topic, I love the subject, I love the movies. Yeah, so ABC Movie of the Week Companion. Then the third item is something that I actually heard about listening to Amanda Reyes talk. And it's a 6-volume set. Movies made for television. And starts out being the set 1964 to 2004 multi-volume set by Alvin H. Merrill. And then there was an extra volume done for 2005 to 2009. And I believe these only ended because the author died, maybe. But these are excellent, and these cover every single made-for-TV movie from 1964 to 2009. It gives you information about each one. Not a lot of review, really, not much review at all, just basic synopsis, and then all the credits, the the date it aired, that kind of thing. But it's basically a reference book for TV movies, which it's unbelievable to me that this even exists, but I'm ecstatic that it does. And this whole set set me back. Oh, it was well over $100 years ago when I first bought it. The first 5 volumes I got, you can see they were library discards, and then I had to get this one separately. But yeah, massive volumes chronicling every TV movie ever made from that time period. Ideal reference if you're into that thing. But yeah, so, and I'm not going to try to pick those up again. So yeah, books about made-for-TV movies. If you're into that, check these out. And that'll do it for this episode of The Cinematic Attic. Till next time, everyone, enjoy your movies.